store in Schaumburg, Illinois. My name is Brett Johnson, and I'll be hosting this Facebook Live clinic today, focusing on our brand new all-battery XC40 P8 Recharge. Like I said, this is a late model year introduction in it, and it's been a fantastic new car for us. It's based on our compact modular architecture platform, which was built from the ground up to accommodate both batteries and our gas models. This, of course, is a BEV, an all battery model. It's based on our R-Design Sport model XC40, so it has the sporty trim accents that one of our most popular gas cars have. If you take a look, it has some standard features like a contrasting black roof and contrasting side mirrors. This car in particular has a couple standard features. One, it has 20-inch wheels. 19 standard, 20 is an upgrade. Mainly for looks, they're all weather tires. One of the nice things, of course, like I said, it was designed from the ground up to be all electric, so your car, basically there's no compromise on storage in this car. If you take a look, this has actually more storage than our gas complementary cars. You see you have a full-size truck. You have a second row with the 60-40 split to give you more room for hauling. And let me show you one of the extra storages you get with this car that you don't get with any other Volvo. This car has two electric motors in it, but of course there's no gas engine in it. So we have extra room for you to use that's not taken up by the standard engine. And if you take a look, they have a front trunk, or they call it a frunk. And inside there's extra area for you to be able to store and haul stuff around. It's not a lot of room, but it's more than you get in any other Volvo. The car is like I said, all battery. It comes equal to 402 horsepower and 46 foot-pounds of torque. It has an electric range of 208 miles. So, you know, one of the things about a battery car is obviously you never go to the gas station. You charge it up, and you can charge it up at your home. And it comes with a cord with the car that works on what they call level 1 or level 2 charge, which means 110 or 220 volts. It has an adaptable end on it to work on both currents. It would take a couple days for it to fully charge on 110, but if you go to 220, 240, it will charge overnight. We also have access, obviously, to the public network. ChargePoint is the partnership that Volvo chose. You can do 90% of the public charging will work on the ChargePoint network. So you can take this to level 2 or 3 in the public network and charge it. And as little as from 20 to 80%, as little as 20 minutes, depending on the amperage of the charger you're at. Some chargers will be free, and some will be charging part of the network. One of the promotions going on right now is there's a $500 credit for the public network, or you can get one of the permanent install boxes for your home to charge it up from your home, either one. This car itself is a pretty standard trim. All the XC40 P8s I have right now are pretty much the same, and their list price or MSRP is $60,180. There are very, very strong promotions going on this month if you're looking at that. One of the most popular features of all the XC40s is the full-size panoramic moonroof. So they have a moonroof that starts in the front and goes all the way back. There's electronic shade that will cover the whole thing. The front part of the glass does open on a very nice day. If you take a look inside the car, it's going to be very similar to a lot of our designs because of the way they operate. But basically, this has been focused to operate on a battery. And so if you take a look, you have two reconfigurable displays, and these displays are Android powered with the Google Assistant built in. So anything you do with one of your assistants for like Siri or Google, you could do right from your car. Anywhere from asking it where to go to getting when your favorite restaurants are open to. Anything you ask Google Assistant, you can ask in the car. One of the things they did integrate very clearly is getting the display to help you out when you're driving. For example, you get a full-size display that will actually help you figure out your charging rates and when you might want to charge your car. Where's the nearest charging station?
There are many electric vehicle charging stations in the area, and you can tell me the number of the one you want anytime. EVgo charging station on North Martindale Road is 0.3 miles away.
If you could take...
Want to go there?
No. So if you take a look, just by asking it where nearby charging stations, it will list the stations nearby, how fast or slow they are, which ones are in use, and I can design my local trips around that. If you go farther, obviously, it will also tell you where your charging stations are along the way. It will tell you your charging state and when you might need to stop, and you have your choice while designing your trip on the charging stations you will need to keep your car charged up. It says, like I said, this has a 208-mile range, so any local trips, you never really have to worry about that. You just take your home, plug it in while you're home, and then you have a full charge for the next day for wherever you need to go. But on longer trips, the car will help you design a travel plan that will allow for stops and give you the different charging stations along the way. If you take a look here at the display also, you notice that the Google Play Store is available. Since this is an Android-powered system, you have access to all your popular Google Android apps. And this has a permanent connection to the internet, so you always have a signal that you can use. One of the things that's nice about the car is it's very apparent, of course, what charging battery you have. It gives you a charge in a percentage rate, lets you know as you use the car what percentage of charge you have left. If you use the built-in navigation, it will convert that percentage into miles, because everything can affect your mileage in your car, as far as how fast or slow you drive, how much traffic there is, what the weather temperature outside is, and the car inbuilt system of the car is designed to help you interpret all that and give you very accurate readings to help you drive your car. One of the popular, if you've ever driven an electric car, one of the popular modes is called one pedal push. One pedal push basically will let you accelerate, and when you lift your foot off the accelerator, will actually engage the regenerative braking system, which actually puts extra energy in your car for further travel. Right now, most of our cars are coming with standard packages, and two of the most popular are on it. They're called the Advanced package, which gives you the Pilot Assist, which is the autonomous driving mode. Gives you 360 viewed surround camera, a 12-volt extra outlet in the cargo area, and the inductive smartphone charger. So this is a built-in wireless charger for your smartphone. The other package you'll find very popular is the Climate package, which includes a heated windshield wipers, heated rear seats, and heated steering wheel. All all-wheel drive Volvo cars come with heated front seats. One thing I want to point out about the new XC40 Recharge is it's the first electric vehicle to get the very top rating from the Crash Ratings Institute. So the IIHS gave this a plus rating, which is the first electric vehicle to earn that rating. In fact, every single Volvo model this year earned the plus rating, which we're very proud of. One of the things that we order with all our Volvo electric cars is a heat pump. This is a minor feature that people don't think a lot, but a heat pump in this type of climate can actually make the cooling and heating of the car much more efficient. So with the addition of this module, you can get up to 10% more charge on this car and be able to drive it farther because of that. So you have your normal air conditioning and heat, but the heat pump will actually get you more mileage, and every single car we order has one. One thing I want to point out about this car is that all Volvo hybrid cars and battery-operated cars still qualify for the IRS tax credit from the government. If you buy a purchase or lease a Volvo P8 Recharge, you will get credit from the government. In the case of the battery car, in this car, it's $7,500 credit on your taxes for this year. So it brings the price down to really incredible. In fact, the leases on this car are very, very comparable or better than some of our other Volvos. Carlos, do you have any questions?
When it comes out to this vehicle itself, is there any other trim levels you can get with this vehicle? I know you kind of went through some features.
So in the 2021, that's a great question. The 2021 Volvos, they are standardizing the trim because it's the first year. So I know in the 2022 models, they're going to keep the same R design look on it. But for now, it's really pretty standard. Some of our cars have an extra spoiler on them. You can get them in different configurations, but you've ordered pretty much the standard configuration we figured everybody would like for this first year.
As someone who's actually interested in an electric vehicle, what kind of maintenance are you looking at? I know traditionally you're not going to have to do the oil change and things of that nature. What are you looking at when you go electric?
So that's a great question. This car comes with a 4-year, 50,000-mile new car warranty on it. But unlike gas cars, you don't need to get maintenance in this car nearly as often. In fact, your maintenance is required in this car every 2 years or 20 months, whatever comes first. So, I'm sorry, 2 years or 20,000 miles, whatever comes first. So, and mostly, since the motors are sealed and there's no oil changes, it's mostly mechanical inspection. They're making sure everything's working properly. And Volvo includes the first 2 maintenance visits included in the purchase of or lease of your car. So you basically get the first 4 years of maintenance is paid for by Volvo.
Very nice. Let's just say I purchase a vehicle, I go home and I try to charge it with the cord that comes with it. I know we were speaking about this earlier. Can you just kind of repeat about making sure of the connections, that it's more of a direct connection than a shared connection, just to make sure that the power...
So there are obviously a lot of questions about charging an electric vehicle if you never had one before. And one of them is, can it work off a household outlet? And the answer is yes. The cord that comes, like I said, comes with the car, works on both 110 and 220 outlets. In fact, if you get, there's 2 different styles of outlets for the 240 volt basically, and if you pick the NEMA 1450, it actually is totally compatible with this charge cord. You don't need to get the permanent one installed on it. You might need to consult with your electrician in your home to make sure that your circuit can handle the car charging. There is a built-in system in the car that will actually adjust the car itself for your amperage in your home and make sure that it charges correctly. You might have to review what other items might be on your circuit in your home for it to work properly, but most people can use ones they already have. A lot of people already have a higher circuit for their dryer or the washer in the home.
So for those people that are worried that they might not find a charger, very locally to them, or are worried about traveling, what do you say to them?
So there's a lot of, if you're not experienced with battery cars, there can be a little bit of trepidation as far as what the range is and when you charge it. And what I found most people, after selling a couple dozen of these and talking to them, is that some of them aren't even putting upping the chargers in their home. They have a place at work where they can charge every day, and that's what they're planning to use. For most people, I think though that the pattern will be is that when they go home, they'll plug the car into the wall, and when they leave in the morning or when their next trip, they'll unplug it. And then you're always going into a top-off type of situation. So instead of a gas car where you're emptying it and then filling it up, you're basically just topping it off every time. And unless you're driving more than 200 miles, you really don't have to worry about the range. You're going to have plenty of it. A lot of people will though upgrade their circuit in their home up to the 240 to get that overnight charge, which they might want. But many people are finding they don't need to even top it off every night. That the 200 miles is enough for days worth of trips. So it's going to be up to your driving habits.
Very nice. So if someone comes down here wanting to do a test drive,
as far as I'm concerned, it's the most fun car I have to show. I'd love to give you a test drive. Please come down and try it out. You'll be surprised. One of the big benefits of this car and what people like about it is it was designed from the very beginning to operate in gas or battery depending on the drivetrain on it. So it's not a weird, funky car that you have to learn how to use. You can drive this car off the lot. The moment you drive off, you'll be comfortable driving it. Of course, there's other things you got to learn about, charging it and how that works. But you'll be pleasantly surprised. And the power and the performance of this car is incredible.
Very great. Can you tell us a little bit about the next month's vehicles or the date, and then we'll go from there?
Sure. So we're doing these Facebook Lives the first Thursday of every month at this same time. Next car, we're going to look at the Volvo XC60, another best-selling car for us.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you, Brett. We'll see you guys next month. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.